Power Book 3, Raising Kanan Season 5 Episode 1 trailer is heartbreaking. A mother's silence can hurt more than a bullet. And in the Power Book 3, Raising Kanan Season 5 Episode 1 trailer, that silence feels deadly. This isn't just another season about drugs and power. This trailer feels heavy. It feels like something is breaking, not just alliances, not just families, but Kanan himself. You can see it in his eyes. The hesitation is gone, the fear is fading, and what's replacing? It is something much darker. Season 5 doesn't feel like a new beginning. It feels like the final step toward the man we already know he becomes. The trailer opens with tension hanging in the air. No loud explosions at first, no fast action, just looks. Long, cold looks between people who used to trust each other. The streets don't feel loud anymore, they feel watchful. Like everyone is waiting for someone to make the first wrong move. And at the center of it all is Kanan. He's not the confused kid we saw in the early seasons. He's standing differently, talking differently. Even when he says nothing, you can feel the shift. He's thinking ahead now. He's calculating. That change alone makes this trailer heartbreaking because we know what that mindset leads to. What hurts the most is the space growing between Kanan and Raq. You can feel it without them even arguing. There's distance, there's distrust. Raq used to control every move in his life. Now it feels like she's losing that grip. The trailer shows us moments that feel small, but they speak loudly. Short conversations, heavy pauses, faces turned away instead of facing each other. This isn't just tension, this is damage that might not be fixed. And once family trust breaks in this world, it never really comes back the same. Season 5 feels like the moment where love no longer protects anyone. Every choice now comes with a cost. The streets are no longer teaching Kanan lessons, they are shaping him into something permanent. The pain in this trailer doesn't come from gunshots. It comes from realization. The realization that Kanan may no longer need guidance, and once he stops needing it, he becomes dangerous. The most painful part of this trailer isn't the threat from enemies on the street. It's the tension inside the family. Season 5 makes one thing very clear. The real war is between Kanan and Raq, and this time, it doesn't feel like a small disagreement. It feels final. From the first few shots of them together, you can sense the shift. Raq is still trying to stand strong, still trying to act like she controls the board. But Kanan isn't standing behind her anymore. He's standing across from her. His face doesn't show confusion now. It shows distance. He's listening, but he's not agreeing. He's watching, but he's not following. That quiet rebellion says more than any argument ever could. Raq built everything to protect her son. Every move she made, every risk she took, she believed it was for him. But the trailer hints that Kanan doesn't see it that way anymore. He looks at her like he's finally seeing the truth, the lies, the manipulation, the control. And when a son starts questioning his mother in this world, that's when the foundation begins to crack. There are moments in the trailer where they barely speak, yet the silence feels louder than shouting. A simple glance feels like a challenge. A pause feels like betrayal. Raq looks worried, maybe even scared, because she knows something is slipping away. And what's slipping away isn't just power. It's influence over her own son. Kanan, on the other hand, seems calmer than ever. That's what makes it scary. He's not reacting with anger. He's reacting with thought. He's planning. And when someone like Kanan starts thinking for himself, especially after everything he's been through, he becomes unpredictable. The trailer makes it clear he's no longer her soldier. He's becoming his own leader. This isn't just a family conflict. It's a power struggle between blood. And in this world, when power and family collide, someone always gets hurt. If the tension between Kanan and Raq feels painful, the streets feel even colder. Season 5's trailer makes it clear nobody is safe anymore, not friends. Not family? Not the ones who think they're untouchable. There's a heavy feeling hanging over every scene, like something terrible is about to happen. And no one can stop it. The trailer flashes quick shots that feel like warnings. A gun being loaded, a door kicked open, someone running, someone crying, the kind of moments that usually come right before tragedy. You can almost sense that a major loss is coming. And in this world, loss doesn't just hurt emotionally, it changes everything. One death can shift power. One mistake can start a war. Loyalty also feels weaker this season. The looks between characters don't feel solid anymore. They feel unsure, like everyone is questioning who they can really trust. Alliances that once felt strong now seem fragile. The streets are watching, waiting for cracks to form. And once they do, enemies move fast. Kanan is right in the middle of it all, but this time he doesn't look protected. He looks exposed. The trailer shows him standing alone in several shots. No crew behind him, no safety net. Just him and the consequences of the choices being made around him. That isolation feels important. It suggests that even if he wins, he might lose something much bigger in the process. There's also a quiet sadness in the background of the trailer. It's not just about violence. It's about what that violence costs. Every move seems heavier. Every decision feels final. The streets that once felt like a place to grow now feel like a place that consumes people. And Season 5 is hinting that someone we care about may not make it out alive. This season doesn't feel loud and flashy. It feels serious. It feels personal. And the danger isn't coming from one direction. It's everywhere. What makes this trailer so heartbreaking isn't just the danger. It's the feeling that we are watching the last piece of Kanan's innocence disappear. Season 5 doesn't feel like a setup. It feels like a turning point that can't be undone. From the very first season, we watched Kanan as a kid trying to understand the world around him. He made mistakes. He asked questions. He still had doubt in his eyes, but in this trailer, that doubt is gone. The hesitation is gone. What we see now is someone who has accepted the rules of the game. And once you accept those rules, there's no going back to who you used to be. The pain also comes from knowing his future. We already know the man Kanan becomes. We've seen how cold and ruthless he is later in life. So when we watch this trailer, it feels like we are watching the final steps of that transformation. Every hard look, every quiet decision, every moment of distance from his mother, it all feels like pieces falling into place. There's a strong feeling of destiny in this trailer. It feels like Kanan believes this path is the only path. That power is the only way to survive. But what makes it tragic is that, deep down, we know there were other choices once. There was a time when he could have walked away. Now, that option feels gone. Even the tone of the trailer feels heavier than past seasons. It's slower, more serious. The music feels sad instead of exciting. The scenes feel personal instead of flashy. This isn't about showing who's the toughest anymore. It's about showing what it costs to become that tough. Season 5, Episode 1 looks like the moment where Kanan fully steps into the darkness. Not because he wants to, but because he feels he has to. And that's why this trailer hits so hard. We're not just watching a crime story. We're watching the making of a man who loses parts of himself to survive. And once those parts are gone, they never come back.